All right, Randall Hughes with GodGlorified.com, and we are commenting on our reading for today for August the 30th. We read from Ezekiel chapter 30 and chapter 31, and then Jeremiah chapter 32 and 37. And the year is about still 587 BC, just about a year before the destruction is coming. And so he continued to prophesy against Egypt and Pharaoh, that the Nebuchadnezzar would overthrow him. And he tells the parable about the cedars of Lebanon and how their greatness and their height, but they were lifted up in their hearts. God, I want to be blessed, but I don't want to get so blessed that I can't continue to follow you and love you. The prayer that Solomon, or was written in the Proverbs of Gur, I believe is who said it, the king of Gur, whoever that may have been, in like the 30th or 31st chapter, 30th chapter probably of Proverbs, when he says, help me not to be so poor that I steal, or so rich that I forget you. Feed me with food convenient for my soul. And so it's so important. God knows our hearts. He knows what we can handle. And here they were lifted up because of their height, because of the blessings that God had given them. And because of that, they were cast down. I don't want to have to be humbled by God. I want to walk humbly with him. And so continued proclamation against Egypt, against Pharaoh, in Jeremiah, as well as what we read in Ezekiel. And in Jeremiah, Zedekiah talks with him, King Zedekiah, and Jeremiah tells him that they will be going under the hand of the king of Babylon. Zedekiah asked him privately, he said secretly, is there any word from Yahweh? And he said, yes, you will be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon. So don't listen to what they're prophesying here. And so Zedekiah was kind in not putting him back in the dungeon. And then Jeremiah buys the field, signaling the fact that God was going to return. The blessings would return to Israel. And so in chapter 32, Jeremiah's intercession, his prayer, and in his prayer he says, "Ah, Lord, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by thy great power and stretched out arm, and there is nothing too hard for thee. Thou showest loving kindness unto thousands, and recompensest the iniquity of the fathers unto the bosom of their children after them. The great, the mighty God, Yahweh of hosts is his name. Great in counsel and mighty in works, for thine eyes are open upon all the ways, the sons of men, to give every one according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings." Then it talks about what he did in Egypt to bring them out, but they did not obey. And then God answers him and says in verse 27 of 32, "Behold, I am Yahweh, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me?" So he basically responds to what Jeremiah said in verse 17. And so a nice response there. And then continues, once again, condemning the evil activities of the children of Israel, their false gods, their passing their children through the fire of Moloch, and that he would deliver it all to Babylon. And then he said, he will cause them to dwell safely, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God. And this is what I like, verse 39, "And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after them. And I will make in them an everlasting covenant of them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me." Once again, the prophecy, both Jeremiah and Ezekiel during this time, about the new heart, God replacing a new heart in us. And so, but currently, judgment is just about to happen. But there is hope for a remnant, that they will be saved. We look at our world today, and there's significant evil, tremendous evil, violence, sickening violence. The school shootings just happened this week, and it's so sad. to think of children, the trauma that they're having to experience, and something that I never even entered into my mind one day when I went to school from all through 12 years of school. Never crossed my mind was their concern. And so it's a totally different world that we're living in today. But there still is a hope in God, and we want to make sure that we are holding on to him, because he holds our tomorrow. And I believe that he is coming soon, and I want to be ready. I want my heart to be right with him, and I want yours to be right as well. God bless you.